The tale that Shannon told us was like a typical campfire ghost story. If there was a forest with a witch living inside it, then of course the witch would come and pay the mansion a visit from time to time. At some point, this ghost story naturally sprouted up between the servants. When people do the rounds a second time to check doors, windows, and locks that were supposedly closed, they'd find some of them left open. Lights that were supposed to be off were turned on, and lights that were supposed to be on went out. Things left lying around would disappear, and things would appear when no one had any memory of putting them there. When any of these things happened, the old servants would say that the witch had visited the mansion, invisible, and was playing pranks.
See, she exists. Beatrice exists.
Yeah, she exists. Long ago, it was always right before leaving for school that I wasn't able to find my bag and stuff. Maria puffed out her chest with an ooh, as though this was final proof of the witch's existence. Hell yeah. If I opened my mouth, Maria would probably be hurt again, so I didn't. Probably for the best. I mean, you hear this kind of story everywhere. Depending on the place, they might blame it on a dwarf or an elf. The only difference is that they call it a witch on this island. Of course, walking around a vast, elegant mansion at night would be a little unsettling. It's an island devoid of people. Since the mansion is so drafty, walking around on the night of a thunderstorm would certainly be eerie. In addition, some servants have also seen will-o'-the-wisps and glittering butterflies dancing around. Kanon-kun also saw something like that when he went patrolling one night. And recently, you often hear servants talking about strange footsteps heard inside the mansion near midnight. We've whispered together that the Beatrice-sama in the portrait sometimes makes herself invisible and walks through the mansion. It happened a while ago, but even I have heard footsteps while patrolling at night that resemble these stories. Ew, that's scary. Ah, but there's nothing to be afraid of. Beatrice-sama is another ruler of this mansion, separate from the master. So there's no need to be unnaturally afraid. If you respect her, I hear she won't do anything bad. However, she can be quite terrifying if you don't respect her, right? Correct. I've heard that just before I began working here. Someone who spoke badly about Beatrice-sama fell down the stairs and quit after receiving a large injury to their back. Because of that, there was a rumor between the servants that Beatrice-sama's anger had been brought down upon this person.
Anger would definitely be brought down on Battler and Jessica.
I'm sorry. I don't want her anger brought down upon me. I apologize, Maria. Of course, I also apologize to the witch. I'm sorry, Beatrice-sama. Please forgive an outsider's nonsense. I'll apologize as well. I'm sorry, Beatrice-sama. Will the witch be able to forgive us now?
Don't know. Witches are fickle, so they forgive when they want to, and don't when they don't.
That's no good. Maria-chan, isn't there some kind of good luck charm that could prevent Balor-kun and Jessica-chan from suffering Beatrice-sama's wrath? Maybe something that can block against magic. By relying on Maria, who was proud of knowing the most about witches, George was trying to revive her self-esteem. Once again, I've got to admire his ability to calm kids down. After taking a moment to cross her arms and seriously ponder whether there might be a charm that could save us, she started flipping through the pages in her notebook. I thought it was just a scribbled diary, but there also seemed to be quite a few pages that looked like they'd come from a book on black magic. Maria solemnly considered a group of these pages, which contained things that looked like magic circles. And apparently, Grandfather wasn't the only one with a black magic hobby. When Maria finally found what she was looking for, she snapped this notebook shut and threw it into her handbag. She then began fishing through that bag's contents. There seemed to be various jumbled up things in there. After a while, she took out various pieces of junk, although they were probably important magical items to Maria, and repeatedly threw them back in, saying they were wrong. It was all a little humorous, just like when Doraemon took out the wrong tool. Finally, she seemed to discover what she was looking for. With a face that was unimaginably cheery when she compared to the intense expression that she had worn until now, she held those out to Jessica and me. I grabbed it, and saw that it was a very cheap-looking charm. It looked like a bracelet made from a plastic rosary, with a scorpion-themed medal attached. Haven't you ever seen those cheap Zodiac-themed accessories? The kind you might win in a crane game at an arcade? It really looked like something like that. There were two of them. Probably one for me and one for Jessica. However, the very fact that there were two of them made them feel even more like cheap manufactured goods, making it pretty hard to think of them as magical items. You're giving these to me and Bottler?
With these charms, you don't even need to worry about Beatrice, because scorpions have the power to ward off magic.
Huh? Really? Didn't know scorpions could do that.
Battler doesn't believe.
I had said too much and angered Maria again. Maria took out her notebook again, pointing out various pages. She went on and on about how the scorpion had such incredible holy power that it had been used in magic-repelling magical circles since ancient times.
I've heard about that from some of the other young servants. Something about how the scorpion is drawn as a magic-repelling symbol in sorcery.
Huh? Really?
The scorpion protects against bad magic and calamity, and emerald brings peace to the heart. Therefore, its effects are twofold.
It's true. The scorpion wraps around the emerald and protects it. Yes, that certainly does sound like it'd work well. I really wanted to make fun of those worthless-looking charms. But as I watched Maria explaining with all her heart and realized that she'd found them for our sakes, I started to feel like it might actually work, even if it was just a prize from some game center. The material quality of the charm didn't matter. What mattered was the strength of her feelings, damn right. Even I don't think of myself as the sort of loser who'd laugh at something like that. Goddamn right you won't. Okay, thank you. I apologize to Beatrice-sama, but even if I do end up getting cursed, I'll be safe now thanks to Maria's charm. Right, Jessica?
Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Maria. Wear it on your arm when you want your heart to be at peace. Put it in your wallet, and your money won't decrease. If you hang it from a doorknob, bad things can't get in. It's a really convenient charm. What an incredible effect. If Maria-sama gives it her confident seal of approval, then it surely must be reliable.
I trust it. Shadow-chan clapped her hands together and Maria stuck out her chest. She was totally in a good mood again, hell yeah. And it's probably best if we let her lead the conversation a bit longer, if it'll keep her in such a good mood. Come to think of it, she looked a bit bored when we were getting excited about the hidden gold, probably because she couldn't keep up. While eating the cookies Kumasawa-san had baked, Jessica and I asked Maria this and that about black magic. Maria happily chatted away in response to our questions. Each time George Aniki and Shadow-chan would act surprised or chime in. The clouds in the sky grew darker and darker, but we cousins really enjoyed communicating freely after a year of separation. Hell yeah. I love to see my girl Maria fucking happy and smiling. This shit. Bruh, I love Maria. She's great. Did I just feel a drop on my forehead? Huh? No wonder. As George Aniki rubbed his forehead, he looked up at the sky. Considering the color of the sky and the dampness of the air, it wouldn't have been odd for a raindrop to hit him. The wind also seemed to have grown a bit stronger.
I didn't feel a drop. Only I didn't.
Don't worry, neither did I. Anyway, I'm sure it'll rain so much tonight that everyone will get to feel plenty of raindrops. That's right. Maybe we should head back soon. Shannon-chan looked down at her watch. It was probably well into the evening by now. Is it alright time for you to return to your work?
Yes. Thank you very much for allowing me to enjoy some time together with you all.
Tell Kumasawa-san thanks for the cookies. Okay, everyone. Help out with the cleanup. Shannon-chan declined our help, saying that this was a servant's job. But picking up dropped forks before the waitress has to is pretty much my purpose in life. Hell yeah. We folded up the blanket, gathered up the trash, and helped clean everything up.
The trash is getting away.
I won't let it escape. I'll grab it before Maria does.
I'll grab it.
Maria, don't get your shoes wet. You'll get in trouble. To Maria, chasing after some trash sent flying by the powerful winds was just another game. By the time we finished, the wind was blowing pretty strongly. Probably a good time to head back.
You've all helped me out a lot. Thank you very much.
It looks like you're really out of time. It's okay if you head back first. George Aniki perceived from her hurried appearance that very little of her free time was left. Denji-san's very strict about time. If you don't show up when you're supposed to be at the right time, I'll bet he'll be pissed. We'll see you later. Do your best with your work.
Yes. Then if you'll excuse me.
After making a respectful bow, Shan-chan ran towards the rose garden. Okay, let's head back to the guest house. We can watch TV or something and relax a little.
Wanna watch TV? Wanna watch TV?
Then it's decided. Let's all head back and watch TV together. Maria, who wasn't done having fun, agreed once television was mentioned. We climbed up the gentle stairs and returned to the rose garden. The wind had grown very strong and roses shook throughout the garden, like ripples on the water. Excuse me. This might be our last chance to see these beautiful roses. I'll bet tonight's typhoon ruins them. These roses might be done in by tonight's winds. You're right. Still, I think the roses were pretty lucky. After all, they got to welcome all of you before the typhoon. All flowers lose their petals eventually. And that means we can admire them even more when they're in bloom. That's right. Maria, burn this image into your eyes. At this moment, they're the best roses of the year.
Burned into eyes.
Right then, Maria suddenly clapped her hands. It looked like she'd remembered something. Oh?
My rose. The typhoon will send it flying.
Oh, you meant that sad-looking rose Georgianiki marked with a ribbon? Maria apparently remembered where the rose was. She ran at full speed. The rest of us followed her.
Where
was that again? I'm sure it was somewhere around here. We searched everywhere around that area, but it was only a single flower among all of the roses after all. Even though we knew it was somewhere close by, we weren't able to find it. Oh no. Now Maria's gonna be all sad. The winds making up the typhoon's front lines made roses throughout the garden undulate. It was almost like it was teasing us by making the location of Maria's rose impossible to find. Maybe it wasn't here. Let's try spreading out a bit in our search. Sounds good. Let's go for the strength in numbers. What's up, Maria? As we made a split up and search, Maria tugged on my jacket with an unhappy face. You could tell that she didn't want us to leave that spot. What is it? What's wrong?
My rose is here. It's here.
What? It's actually not, right? Maybe it was on the other side of the flower bed? If we all look, we'll find it fast, okay?
It's here. My rose is here. Look for it. Look for it.
Maria stomped her feet in irritation. She pointed at that spot and said it was definitely there, but in actuality, it wasn't. Even so, Maria got mad when we said we were going to search elsewhere. We were at a loss for what to do. For a while, we had to stay near Maria and pretend to search through the rose thicket.
Not here. Not here. Not here.
Maybe she's saying it should be here, but isn't. Maria became increasingly irritated. Oh, man. Maria's really losing her temper. Sometimes Maria starts to really care about really pointless stuff. If she gets what she wants, that's okay, but you can't find something that isn't there. That's not good. Just when we were at a loss of what to do, Maria called out in a loud voice.
Mama!
We could see Aunt Rosa in the direction Maria was waving her hand. Maybe she wanted to look at the garden one more time before the typhoon came. Or maybe she had some business at the guest house. Aunt Rosa was coming from the mansion. She quickly noticed her daughter's voice and came over. My, what happened, everyone? Are you looking for something?
Look for it! Mama, you look for my rose too!
Your rose? We found an unhealthy rose around here and marked it. We tied a candy wrapper around it. But Maria, if I remember correctly, it was growing right in front and really stood out, didn't it? Unless it grew legs and ran off somewhere, it must have been somewhere else. Maybe you remembered it wrong?
It is here. It is here. Battler doesn't believe.
How many times do I have to tell you to stop saying before you'll understand? Mama will look for it, so stay quiet. I've never seen Aunt Rosa be anything other than kind and gentle, so her anger surprised me a bit. Aunt Rosa began searching as well, so we went along with her for the time being. Though we were already more than sure it wasn't around here. So it didn't take long for Aunt Rosa to realize that too. The rose isn't here. Did you mistake this place for somewhere else? There are so many roses around.
Uh, that's wrong. It is here. Mama doesn't believe.
I already believed you and looked hard for it, didn't I? But it isn't here.
But it is here. It is here, but it isn't.
Then someone must have ripped it out. Anyway, stop saying God damn it, I love you, Maria. Stop saying this and allow me to say it even more.
Who ripped out my rose? Who did? Give it back! Give it back!
How should I know? Stop it. Stop saying Aunt Rosa slapped Maria's left cheek with her palm. Bitch. In that instant, Maria was shocked into silence. Of course, it was only for an instant. When Maria realized that her wish was being rejected, she started yelling even louder.
My rose! My rose!
God damn it. The fucking 7 combo I wasn't prepared for. Didn't I tell you to stop that weird habit? That's why all the kids in your class make fun of you. They what? Who's making fun of my girl Maria? Point them out. Cut it out. Once again, her palm slapped Maria's cheek. Son of a bitch, you stop that. This time, she didn't go silent. She choked, started crying, began to bawl in an increasingly loud voice. Aunt Rosa was clearly irritated and lifted her hand once more to try and shut her daughter up. Aunt Rosa! No, she's still a kid, so no reason to get serious. Tried to cut in with a bitter smile, rubbing my hands together. But Aunt Rosa glared at me with a serious face, and I realized that I should have stayed out of this. I'm sorry, but could the rest of you go back to your room for a bit? I need to have a little talk with Maria.
Nobody believes in my rose, even though it was here. Look for it. Look for it. Here, it was here. But it's not here.
Oh wait, that's Rosa. But it's not here, so you must have confused this place for somewhere else, right?
It is here. It's definitely here.
Then it disappeared. Give it up.
Why? Why did it disappear? Why? Why?
Oh my god. I don't know that. So stop saying Aunt Rosa once again raised her hand, overcome by emotion, and slapped Maria's cheek. It was strong enough to knock Maria over. Motherfucker, I'm getting angry at this. You stop that. Hey, Aunt Rosa. Even if she is your daughter, violence isn't the answer. I stepped between them to protect Maria, who was still on the ground, crying I knew that, as an outsider, problems between parent and child were none of my business. No, you step up, Badler. But I wasn't brought up just to silently observe something like this. Damn right. That's my man. Don't you think it's weird, Badler-kun? Are there any girls at your school who mutter Well, I am in high school. But for an elementary schooler, I think saying is pretty cute. Cute? Saying is cute? Yeah, it is, bitch. What are you gonna do about it, huh? Cute? My careless words seemed to have earned me Aunt Rosa's wrath. Well, fuck her, I don't give a shit. She grabbed my collar with a terrifying expression. Don't say such nonsense. Do you know how old Maria is? She's 9. She's a 4th grader, not a kindergartner. But she still makes that sound during class. Don't you get it? Do you know what they say about this kid when they bully her? Thanks to this weird habit, she still hasn't made a single friend. Don't turn your eyes from reality and carelessly call Maria cute. Bitch, she is cute. Fuck off. I knew there was gonna be something. I knew it. I knew it. I said it. I knew it. There was gonna be something that made me not fucking like Rosa. I knew it. I'm like, the other three, I already knew they were assholes. Didn't like them. But I'm like, yo, Rosa kind of was alright for a bit. I'm like, I knew there was gonna be something. I knew it. And yep, there it is. Fucking Rosa.
Think more seriously about this kid's future.
God damn it.
I told you stop making that sound. Didn't I tell you to stop it?
Aunt Rosa struck Maria's quivering head, from which an increasingly unhappy voice was arising. I tried to stop it, but Aunt Rosa pushed me away. My back hit Georgianiki. A long time ago, Aunt Rosa also thought of it as nothing more than one of Maria-chan's baby words. But now that it hasn't been fixed even midway through elementary school, she's been worrying about it a lot. Now she talks isn't really that big of a deal, right? She'll never make it as an adult if she's like that. So, even though it isn't fun to watch, this is a problem between parent and child. No, this ain't just a problem. Like, okay, she's got some kind of habit she needs to break. Beating the shit out of your kid is the answer. I get it. All right, this takes place in '86. All right, things were a lot different than they are, 30 years later today. But that's not okay. I don't care what the time is. That's not okay. Don't beat the shit out of your 9-year-old for having a weird fucking speaking habit. Well, even I get shit out by mom all the time because of how I talk. When they put it that way, maybe even if seen as painful as this isn't something an outsider like me should butt in on. No, absolutely it is. Balor-kun, when you were a kid, didn't you have any bad habits that you couldn't fix and that got you into trouble? Well, one or two. On Parents' Day once, I kept getting yelled at in front of everyone. It was embarrassing as all hell. Well, then you can understand how the two of them must feel right now. Getting yelled at is much different from beating the shit out of your kid. Getting yelled at for doing something stupid, that's something different. Getting fucking slapped repeatedly and knocking your kid to the fucking ground and slapping them some more, like, no. No. I'm sure they don't want us to be here now. You understand too, don't you, Jessica-chan? I don't think anyone likes to be seen when they're being scolded. Scolded? She's not being scolded, she's being beat. She's being assaulted. There's a difference between scolding and abuse. Scolding and violence, alright? There's a difference there. Scolded is like, hey, you, don't fucking do that. That's bad. That's bad. Don't do that, alright? She's scolding her, true, as she's beating her. Violence isn't a part of being scolded. I'm heated right now. Let's go. We'll return to the guest house. Then, after Maria-chan comes back, let's welcome her as if nothing happened. That's probably for the best, isn't it? With that, Georgianiki's point is probably a reasonable one. And we may have been eager to use that reasonable-sounding argument as a justification to retreat from this heart-rending scene. Jessica and I nodded at Georgianiki and we all left. We called towards Maria, telling her there that we were heading to the guest house. But she didn't seem to hear. We felt sort of guilty and shameless after saying it.
In that case, look by yourself as much as you want. Mama doesn't care. I'll look for it. I'll look for it by myself. Even if Mama doesn't care. Have it your way.
After blasting her with those last few words, Rosa spun around on her heels and quickly returned to the mansion. Maria probably viewed that as a cold gesture meant to injure. But that wasn't Rosa's intention. It was because the hand with which she had so emotionally struck Maria's cheek was still numb. It was because she stayed there screaming she might again be taken over by her emotions and continued slapping her daughter's cheek over and over. After Rosa left, Maria was left alone in the rose garden. The wind began to blow stronger and stronger, and every once in a while a raindrop would fall on her forehead. However, Maria couldn't leave that place, not until she found that poor wilting rose. It had definitely been there. Even so, it wasn't. Even though she knew the place, and even though it had been there, it wasn't. Maria bitterly stared at the place it was supposed to be and thought frantically. Maybe the angle I'm looking from is wrong. Maybe the height I'm looking from is wrong. While gazing at a single point, Maria repeatedly stood up and changed her position, and continued to stare. The wind was getting stronger and stronger, but Maria kept on looking for that rose in front of the flower bed.